already started the swing, Rob? Masters division. John Paul Jones in the red corner and John Distertick out of Tennessee in the blue corner.
This should be interesting indeed.
Masters division, over 201 pounds. Are you familiar with any one of these boxers?
Yes, I am with John. John had fought here last year, and he had won his bout here. Very impressive, has a very good left hand. His opponent, from what I've learned, has won the ringside world championship title around 5 or 7 times, if I'm not mistaken. So, a lot of experience here in the ring.
We're all set. It's John Paul Jones out of Georgia versus John Distertick from Tennessee, the Master Division. And it's good to see that fighters are still fighting well into their 60s. That's amazing.
I have to tell you, I am impressed. And it shows you the spirit of these guys and many of the others who do the same. They really go all out when they're in the ring. They give you their all. And that is what makes it so special.
So it's the same sort of format, 3 rounds?
2 3-minute rounds. I mean, excuse me, 3 2-minute rounds. That's correct.
This is for championship?
This is for the belt. I think if John can land that straight left and come with the right hook afterwards, he should do well. He has a very strong left hand. He rocked his opponent last year. His opponent last year came out of the ringside world championship tournament as a winner. He stopped his opponent, but John had other answers for that.
Look like it's still waiting
on a victorious decision.
Judge.
Okay.
Still waiting on one judge to come, or something's delayed. I see gentleman just walked up here.
I wonder if they're waiting for ring 1. Not for sure. To finish.
So they normally stop it for the Masters divisions every other
They
bout?
did last year. They didn't have one the year before, but they did last year. And it's usually a very good special attraction. I've never seen a boring one before.
Okay, wow.
These guys go for a home run on each other.
So we're almost set here. It's the Title Bet Summer Championships at the Forrest Fleming Arena here in Douglasville, Georgia. Or Gloryville, Georgia. Check that. In ring 2 is the Masters division. John Paul Jones, 201 pounds and over versus John Distertick.
John Paul is also a referee. He's been refereeing for quite some time.
I guess they are waiting for that fight in the ring, or the
I think they are. Yes.
How about ring 1 to finish? Because we have an exciting one coming up in ring 3.
Yes, there is.
We've got that Russell kid, Gary Russell Jr. out of D.C. in 141 class.
Traquan Pettis.
Traquan Pettis. And Pettis had a good showing yesterday.
He sure did.
Of course. Russell kid had even better one.
The Russells they just have a brand about themselves. It's destruct and destroy. They find their rhythm on their opponents, on most of their opponents early on, around about mid to late first round, and they close in on the target. Traquan is pretty effective against a lot of guys that can slug. The main thing for him to do is to use his jab, good straight right hand right down the middle, and to avoid any type of serious exchanges.
The Russell kid, one of them knocked out in the opponent on the 3rd round. And another kid, Russell knocked him in the first round. So
Yes.
it,
You have the Russell at 123 pounds that stopped his opponent in the first round. He stopped him cold. Actually, you saw it coming. It was that wide left hand to the body and a short, hard right coming over the top. The referee gave the standing 8 count, and after that, his opponent was laid flat to the canvas the next time around. This Gary Russell has a tendency to wear his opponents down over each round. So you're going to take some shots anytime that you're in there with any one of them. The punch to watch out for the most when it comes to the Russell brothers is that right hook coming over the top. All of them are southpaws. Everyone that they train in their gym are southpaws. And southpaws, especially crafty ones, can give you a ton of trouble if you don't know how to handle them.
wow, it's been an exciting match coming up here later.
Yes.
And interesting thing about the Russells, all of them are named Gary Russell Jr.
Yes, they are. The only difference is the middle name. That is interesting.
Very
Patterned much like after George Foreman.
Yeah, George Foreman started a pretty interesting trend there with the same names. The match has less than 30 seconds to go in that first round, ring 1. So it's almost over in there. So we should be getting started here with this Masters division momentarily. Both boxers are primed and ready to go. Just waiting for the ring announcer to make the announcement. So
I think the uppercut is a key weapon in this bout as well. I think it's going to play a part.
have you ever seen a knockout in the Masters?
I would think maybe if it did, it would happen in the first round or the third round. First round, a lot of nerves going on. They're going to go for a home run. They may sense sense another one out. Throw some range finders out there for the moment, but eventually the bombs will start landing. Normally, whoever lands that big bomb first will come out on top. This normally happens with the Masters. Normally.
Interesting. You said nervous at age 60-something. You think they've seen it all and done it all by that time.
Yeah, you would, but this is boxing. The theater of the unexpected, as we all know. You never know what's going to happen when that bell rings.
All right, the fight is over in ring 1. Are they going to wait for the result, or are they going to start this fight?
I think they're going to wait for the results, so we have full attention all the way across the board.
Do they oftentimes have, not necessarily masters, but two fighters in their prime? It might be a good idea to do that during a tournament like this.
Oh, without a doubt.
Has it ever been done like that before?
You have some that are, but normally, if you go to the Ringside World Championships, you will see more exciting bouts. I mean, they really line up some good fights for you at tournaments like that. That's when you can actually get some major exposure to many different types of styles. And what's special about Ringside more than anything else, which this is working its way towards the title event, international status. Ringside has established international status. I think this tournament itself is also establishing the same thing. More people from different regions of the country are showing up here now.
We have a winner in that ring. One out of the red corner. And now maybe we'll get going here.
And the crowd goes wild.
All right.
There's big support for John down here in this region.
John Distertick, if I'm pronouncing that correct. John Distertick.
District. Almost like district itself.
Yeah, almost. Close less.
Here we go.
The first round action.
Distertick. I think that's Distertick. John moving to his left. Looking to get that left hand in. Blue swinging with a wide right hand, and John lands a couple of hard shots. He has Blue rocked. Blue is rocked. Have a standing 8 count already here in round number 1. That's right. John has that hard left hand. Just has to stay calm and stay steady. Some feint moves by John. Blue coming forward now. John is waiting to line him up with that left hand. John has a very good, powerful left hand. Left hand landed to the body. Chopping left hand over the top. Blue is standing right there in the wrong way. Here comes John. He's motivated. Uppercut lands. Has Blue in all kinds of trouble now. Blue's legs just don't look too rock solid right now. They don't look too steady. The excitement is mounting. Straight right hand landed by Blue, but Blue got rocked by John again. Distertick.
A lot of scoring done by John Jones in this first round.
John is catching him with that right hand over the top. Distertick can't seem to get away from it. Both guys are getting tired already. John is looking a little tired now. There's a painstaking look on his face. Distertick. Yep, that's right. Both guys have a lot of courage, a lot of spirit here. Blue trying to gather himself again.
And that's the end of the first round.
Into round 1.
First showing, John Paul Jones able to bring the fight. Even though you counterpunched a lot, you landed more solid blows. Of course, the biggest being that standing 8 count.
Yes, the biggest is the standing 8 count. The level of effectiveness in terms of the blows landed.
It'll be interesting to see how John Distertick comes out in the second round. Does he make adjustments? You know, what is his corner telling him to do?
Actually, I think John was starting to make some then. He stayed more steady. He didn't throw punches way out of the way. He stopped that after the standing 8 count. Stayed much more steady. He started throwing many more straight right hands and jabs right down the middle instead of trying to reach out there to get John and get countered like he did early on in the first round.
All right, referee orders the seconds out, and we're almost set for the second round. John Paul Jones, John Distertick.
There's that left hand again by John. John caught him with that left hand. That left hand is the key for John.
Classic southpaw style being displayed.
Distertick has that long reach. There's a lot of reach, but there's a right hand that got John in trouble.
Referee call for the break.
Both guys are a little tired, but Blue is staying very steady right now. John has to keep his hands up.
See John really trying to set up that left hand.
Yes, he is. He's trying to put everything in it. A lot of stock in that left hand.
He connected that time.
He's got to make it straighter. But Blue is coming right back now. Distertick is coming forward now. He's staying steady. Jones moving. He needs to move more to his right. He needs to bring his chin down. Chopping right hand over the top. Both guys are somewhat tired, but their spirits are on fire. They're trying hard here.
It definitely has this packed.
I think if John takes a half step to his left and comes over the top, just like he did for the moment, he can catch Distertick coming in. Both guys in exchange. Oh, both guys landing those shots.
Again,
energy levels going up here in round number 2. Referee giving the warning for slapping. Has that left hand over the top by John again. Both guys breathing very heavily now.
Feeling out those jabs, really trying to set up those big shots.
Indeed so. Distertick trying to get that right hand in there. Chopping shots by both guys. That was a straight right hand by Distertick to end the round.
Wow, what a fantastic second round. Full of action, back and forth. Right now, it's your call. That first round, who you gave that one to?
Personally, I gave that to Jones. I thought that Jones probably did the better job. In the second round, it looked almost even because Distertick came back, actually. He stayed steady. He caught Jones with some good shots, but Jones at the end of that round started coming right back again himself. So it depends on what the judges see.
Well, as in all boxing matches, conditioning will play a factor in this third round here.
But then when you get hit, that's when you have to be calm. That's when you have to take yourself to a place outside of how you actually feel and give it everything you have. You have to stay calm when you're tired. Both guys coming right at each other again. A wide right hand. That was a right hand that landed by Distertick, but Jones coming right back himself. It was a short right hand landed by Distertick. John took that well. John's legs lost his balance for the moment. Both guys trying to come right at each other. And that left hand, but John just needs to keep his chin down. Oh, rock'em, sock'em, robots. Left hand versus right hand.
Oh, Distertick getting better at that exchange.
Distertick has John in trouble now. That was a withering right hand by Distertick. So long jab landed by Distertick again. John needs to move his head some. Move around the ring some. The middle edge seeming to move in Distertick's favor right now. You can see the shots coming. Both guys landing some good shots on the inside. A short right hand by Distertick again. John gets that left hand in, and a left hand again by Distertick. Counter left hand. Jones has everything invested in that left hand. Jones's legs. Jones is in trouble.
And it's a standing 8 count.
He gets a standing 8 count. He is dead tired. He got rocked. So is Distertick. Either one of these guys can go.
So let's recap now. We had a standing 8 count for Distertick in the first round. Now John Paul Jones gets one in the third round.
Yes, he did. They traded standing 8 count so far, but Distertick seems like he's getting warmed up now. And that is it. What a round in a fight.
Goes to the judges now on the scorecard.
It's in the judges' hands on this one.
As we alluded to earlier, you remember the first round, John Paul Jones caught Distertick with a good shot, resulting in the standing 8 count.
That's correct.
Second round, pretty much even.
That's right.
So this round, now you give the advantage to Distertick because he scored that.
Yes, and it also depends on how the judges see that. They may have given it not even a 10-8 round, but a 10-7 round to see just how much you may have been dominated. So that could play a key role here.
It should be very interesting to see the scoring on this one.
It is close. I remember last year they gave the belt to both guys, but this one right here, this is a little different.
I only see one belt in the ring right now. So.
Yeah, only one. I see one this time myself. It's done a little differently this time.
But it's good to see these gentlemen, well into their 60s, still
yes,
going after it.
Oh, most definitely. Very spirited effort by both guys. Very good job by both guys.
Referees has collected all the ballots.
They shake hands. Should be getting the decision.
Here it is. Here's the decision.
I think John had that second round.
They're both John.
Jones had the second round. I'm sorry.
Southpaw Jones.
And John did it. John Paul Jones, that is. Very good fight. I gave John like the second round. I think that tipped in his favor. But you could see towards the end of the second round with him starting to get tired. And that had me somewhat concerned going into the third.
That's why a lot of times you got to take care of business and don't leave it to those judges because you never know what could happen. But let's turn our attention now to what should prove to be an outstanding matchup. In the open class, in ring 3, it's Traquan Pettis, 141-pound class against Gary Russell Jr. out of Washington.